I did a version of it in the Hollywood Bowl with Edge, which was applied to what's going on in the Middle East and the troubles there, in Israel and Palestine and the like. So it's hard to imagine what Ireland was like when my mother and father got married. My father was a Catholic, my mother was a Protestant. Big deal, you might say, but it was a very big deal in those days. The country was being torn apart along sectarian lines, and I remember driving across the border, and my father saying, "This is a border that, England claims this. This is our country, but England claims it, and they, under threat of war, they forced us to cut off a piece of our country." And I said to him, so you're a Republican, you support the sort of the IRA, and you support the armed struggle to return wholeness to the country. And he said, no. He said, oh, no. He said, no, I'm just telling you what I think. He said, is it worth fighting for and taking lives? No. And he quoted, what is Ireland but a place that keeps my feet from getting wet? And so my father had a very suspicious view of paramilitaries and people fighting for freedom. So I grew up with that. But when we wrote Sunday Bloody Sunday, I just tried as a lyricist, and it's not much of a lyric really, but it has one original thought, which is that it contrasts Easter Sunday, which was the rising in Ireland. It's 100 years, actually, in 2016. It's 100 years since 1916, when Ireland rose up at Easter in revolt against Britain. And it contrasts Sunday, Bloody Sunday, which was a massacre that happened in Derry in the early 70s, where British paratroopers opened fire on a peaceful protest. It contrasts these events with the resurrection. And the great irony was that when our album War came out, Gerry Adams, who ran Sinn Féin, which was the political wing of the paramilitaries, had a picture of war in his office. And they looked at this song, Sunday Bloody Sunday, which is reminding everyone of the injustice the British did to us. And then he found out, that we're non-violent. Indeed, we then campaigned in the United States against NORAID. NORAID was an organization that raised money in the United States to send home to buy guns and bombs. And there was a very romantic view in America at the time of the Irish freedom fighters. We have to support them. And not realizing they were blowing up kids in supermarkets, and and so that song, as I say, was very misunderstood.
And let me tell you something. I've had enough of Irish Americans who haven't been back to their country in 20 or 30 years come up to me and talk about the resistance, the revolution back home, and the glory of the revolution, and the glory of dying for the revolution. Fuck the revolution! They don't talk about the glory of killing for the revolution. What's the glory in taking a man from his bed and gunning him down in front of his wife and his children? Where's the glory in that? Where's the glory in bombing a Remembrance Day parade of old age pensioners, their medals taken out and polished up for the day? Where's the glory in that? To leave them dying, or crippled for life, or dead under the rubble revolution that the majority of the people in my country don't want.
Sunday Bloody Sunday, the song's taken on a completely new found meaning. It reminds people, and we used images on the tour to remind people of where this song came from. But it reminds people that, I hope by us playing it, that the division is never physical like a border. Real borders are in people's hearts, the way we see each other. And I think that can be applied to all kinds of situations. In fact, I've rewritten the lyric a few times. If you can find it, I did a version of it in the Hollywood Bowl with Edge, which was applied to what's going on in the Middle East and the troubles there, in Israel and Palestine and the like. So.
On another broken hill, red crosses and a crescent moon collide. Pilgrims pray to know God's will, scratching in the dirt, queuing up to die. Scorched earth or a cruel